Now let's try a little demo of Detroit, the automaking game. Let's get it in the recording window there. And maybe I can stretch it out and match the window. How about that? This little demo. So, Detroit. I'm going to have three automakers like the old American Big Three. Company number one is going to be Giant Motors, General Motors. Number two is company called Fraud. No. F-O-R-D. D-O-R-F. Oh, I keep getting that wrong. There we go. Ford spelled backwards. It ain't easy, kids. And then, of course, Hoover Automobile. We have a longer name. Okay, how many years? We set the years before we start. The demo doesn't matter. I can look up a quick reference to learn the rules and all that. Anyway, and again, this is a turn passing game. So each player does their turn while the others step away because you're doing stuff in secret. And then the next player's turn, then you all come back together and look at the screen to find out like the results and how it's going and all that. So that's Generous Motors, and it'd be a demo. I'm going to play this pretty quick, not get that creative, except for my Hoover company. So I'm going to have them make a Chevrolet. And it's early in the industry, back when sedans were still popular. Goes into development. So here I have a sedan. I can create 2 to 3 models. It's Giant Motors, so they're big, so they're going to have a mid-range product. But because I want to compete in different categories. Buick, actually today Buick only makes SUVs, so that makes sense. And then let's go ahead and do a third one. What do I got to choose from? They make a pretty good pick. Oh, and they're gonna make a sports car called the Vet. How about that? Okay, so then they go in and you can discontinue productions. You can put them on the market, cars. But right now we're working on them, researching them, and I'm done. Now, this game uses a card metaphor because it was originally a board game that people played in person with cards that you dealt. And so when I first developed this, I kept that. Now, here's the way it works. Is you've got a hand. Right now there are 5 cards in it. There's a discard deck, and you could take the top card there, or you could draw from the face down deck, which has got 110 cards in it, it says, and I get to draw 2 more. Now what these mean is these are points that I can use in my development of my cars. The any ones, the pinkish ones, can be used on any type car. Others are dedicated to only a certain type car. And you can see they range like 3 to 15. 15 points is a lot. 10 is a lot. 10 is good, and an any card is always great to have. So I'm going to take that one. Now, I started the game, so the discard pile is empty now. There's only 1 card there, but there'll be more later. So I'm going to draw 1 more card. I do. Okay, so now I have my hand, and I have all these cards. Well, it's a no-brainer to use the 15-point card, and I might as well use them all because I'm going to get more to replace them. So use all that I can. There's no limit on how many I can use, I don't think. And then I want to spread the joy around. So let's put 10 on you. Let's put 10 on you. And note here, models in development get double points. Now, if it was a car that was already in the market and we were making it better, you just get the points. But in this development stage, these are really powerful. So see, for my 15-point card, I got 30 points here on the sedan. Instead of 10, I got 20. Instead of 10, I got 20. And obviously, I can do drag and drop. You can also do a little drop down and say where you want it to go. So now then my bigger, and I don't have a van under production. I've used 3 of 4. I can only use one more card. You can use 4 of them. It says, so follow the rule. So I'm definitely going to use this one. Guys, let's just make the Chevrolet a killer product. All right. And I've used 4 of 4. Now what happens is I draw replacement cards, 4 of them to replace what I used. Well, there are none here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now here's my hand, but my play is over. I can't use these now, not till next hand. But I have to get rid of one. Now the thing is, you think, well, I might keep Sedan since I've got a Sedan going. But first of all, 3 is worth almost nothing. But 3 of Sedan is really limiting. I mean, even if I want to play a 3-point card later, you know, I've got the 3 any over here that I could play on any kind of card. So a specialized 3 or a specialized 5 worth less. So now I have models in development, okay? So my hand isn't over, but my development part is over. So now I can take any of these and I can put it out on the market, you know, start manufacturing it and marketing it. Or I can just keep working on them, play more cards. So given that's early in the game, you know, I'm going to wait a turn. Now here I go into marketing. Well, you can only spend marketing money once the car is either for sale. Yeah, and so it's for sale. You either have to put it in production or it already is in production. I got 200. Now here we use cash instead of cards. And I got $200 million or whatever you want to call it. I got 200. I can't use any of it because I don't have anything out on the market. So in my turn, I call over Henry Droff, who makes a car called the Model T, and it was, I guess, a sedan, as close as you could call one, put it in development. Let's have 2 cars for Ford. Well, you know, we gotta have a Droff 150, best-selling vehicle in America, I think, or always among the top. So I got 2, okay? Now we go to the card thing. Worthless, that 3 sedan I threw away. Forget about it. Forget about it. And I draw one more card, and there's my hand. And, whoa! Got lucky there. I could use that, but I'd rather use 10s and 5s and stuff. So I put 15 there. So let's put 10 and 5. So I put 15 on each one since it doubled. They're each 30. And I can still use one more card, and that pretty obviously, I'd rather use a 5 than a 3. I don't have a van or an SUV. Which one am I going to promote more? I'm going to throw it on the truck. Finished investing. Draw cards. Still face up, a worthless card. To draw 4 cards. And then I got to get rid of one. Any 3 is useless, even if it's my kind. I'd always rather, I got a shot of drawing an any card, you know, next time. Now here, well, let's say I got so much courage, I'm going to go ahead and put the F-150 or the D-150 into production. I'll keep working on the Model T. That's kind of the reverse of history, but we're allowed to do that. It's a game. I could discontinue a model, forget that. So now I go into marketing. Now here, I do have one coming up. So I can spend as much of this 200 as I want. Now the thing is, I got to make it back in revenue, cover the cost, really. Because I played the game where I've spent 100. And of course, the car does real great in sales, but I don't make any money off of it, or, you know, my cash dwindles. So one way to think about it is, okay, we got 40 invested. Think of these as dollars now. Or think of these as points, because in the system, they basically weigh equally. So if I spent 40 developing it, 40 of my resources, I'll spend 40 of my cash. So, you know, dollar for development point. Put that in, finish marketing in my turn. Now we come to the Hoover, and of course, our primary car is called the Hoover Deluxe Sedan 500X. Nice car name. And it's old school. I mean, later on we'll have vans and SUVs come in because I'm playing it kind of historical right now. You don't have to, but so there it is. Pretty simple. Goes into production. I mean, into development. Let me see. I don't have anything on the market or discontinued. Doesn't show my old model, so I might change that in a new version. Do I want to do 2 cars? Yeah. And maybe I will beat the crowd and call it, oh, Jeep was the first one. We'll call it the Heap. Is it always all capitals? Okay, no. Okay. So I got 2 in there. Done with that. Not in the pickup truck business. Draw both. All right. Models in development. So I've just got the 2 cars. Whoa-zy. Whoa-zy. Let's go for it, baby. 25s are rare. 15. I need 2 more. Whoa. And these are 10, so I'm going to use them, even though I might have I got an SUV 5 car that I could use. Rather, and especially here where I'm doubling everything. See, I got 70 and 50, so that's strong. And I played all 4 of 4. Now I draw the replacements. And now I get rid of ones I don't like. Oh, gotta hit it in the middle. Okay. Now, do I want to put them on the market? I'm gonna go on out there with this guy. It's risky, but and then 70 is a lot of points. I only got 200 cash. I'm not gonna spend that much. I'm gonna spend half as much, 35 points. Finish marketing dollars. Okay, so now this is news. Now you call everybody back. It says all companies may look, and what we've got is a pickup truck and a sedan that came on the market. And we go to this, and this is in the showrooms. I need to dress this up visually, but should look like an auto showroom. But you look in the pickup truck section, sedan section, sports car, SUV, and van section. There are no products on the market. I did 67 million, and the pickup truck did 70. Here's the number of points they have, which is the marketing points plus the development points plus a random factor, because there's always chance in any business, any product launch. And here's the other thing, is everybody can see that Giant Motors has got 3 cars under development. Droff only has 1, and I only have 1. And so in the old car game, those cars under development, they were placed on the board, but they were face down. So I have no idea if these are SUVs or vans or anything like that. I just know, man, GM is coming after us. And there, we both had revenue. We both lost money when we spent all that on marketing, but we may not spend that much next year. Okay, so this was a product launch. We lost money on a product launch. Okay, maybe not such a big deal. And here's the points, and there are some sort of bonuses if you really beat the other guys by a big margin, or if, say, you're known for sports cars and you have 4 of the 5 top selling sports cars, that'll give you a bonus. There are different systems built into it. Here's our, market share by category. They own pickup trucks and I own sedans. So anyway, and then the industry analysts, before the year starts, they come out. Now the sales of cars go up and down. It's cyclical, so they tend to swing up and down more than in the other games I create. And here the industry analysts have said, yeah, but some do better than others. So here's what we expect next year. Now, these aren't going to be exact. These aren't going to be the numbers that the system uses to figure the exact gains. They're going to be in the range, though. And the vans are not going to do as well as the pickup trucks. And obviously, Droff made a smart decision to go ahead and introduce their pickup truck, and now they're going into a boom year. Anyway, it gives you some idea because there will be really down years, you know, when the industry really slows down and changes all the numbers. So now I go to Giant Motors. Because it's a demo, what I'm going to do is we got 3 in development already, so that's enough. And then, you know, I'm going to draw my 2. These guys are all still in development, so I get double points. Didn't draw such a good deck here. What do I want? Well, I know there's a successful sedan on the market, so I need to be aggressive on that because that I do know. I know that the Hoover sedan is already out there and selling pretty well. So I'm going to put everything on it. I don't have a pickup truck or a van. I'm gonna, well, what have I got? 2 more cards. 90 is a lot on that sedan, so I'm going to give 5 to them and 5 to the vet, to the Buick and the vet. So, yeah, now I'm going to draw. Now I got to get rid of 1. Doesn't matter much. Just, yeah, 3s just don't thrill me. I'm going to put them all on the market, see what happens, because it's a demo. Oh, you can only do 2 models at a time into production, into the factory. So, okay, couldn't move the Buick. Acted too fast there. And now marketing money. I got all the 200. I haven't spent it yet. Well, I really need to back this. I'll lose a lot of money on the offering. Let's go with 60. And the sports car use the normal match the development points. 90 would be a lot to spend there. Done. Now I come over to me. What have I got? To Dorf. I'm sorry, not me. And again, it's a demo, so I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, what have I got? Pickup truck, sedan, no sedan cards. Best card I got. Pickup truck is already leading. I use a 10. 10's nice. Gosh. Sports car, van, SUV. Useless. I got 2 more cars to use, so it pretty much gotta. And I'm sure the game would stop you if you tried to put them on the wrong thing, give you some notice or something. Okay, replace the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. New hand. Ditch. Whether I want to ditch a 5 SUV or... You never know. If I want to introduce an SUV, it won't hurt. Just don't like those 3s. I'll put that in production. I am not going to kill the drop 150. You know, introduced in year 1, last year ranked number 1. It's in the showrooms. Okay. And now, let's see. Oh, we haven't opened yet. A lot's riding on the Model T. I am going to spend the 60, which is half my money. That's a little scary. Pickup truck's doing fine. Just give it like 10 more bucks. Now, Hoover, what have I got? I got 1 model in development. I'm going to add another. So what have I got? Led with SUV. I'm going to lead into the van industry too, unless somebody else is working on a van, which I don't know about. And I'm going to call it the Big Box. Big Box. Sure, good enough for now, for a demo. Finish creating. Draw 2 cards. Whoa, 25 on a product in development. Nice. I mean, I could, you know, I don't know that the other guys are coming out with sedans, but this is such a good product. Now I only get 25 points if I put it here. I get 50 if I put it here. I can't avoid that temptation. I'll give this 15 to you, but I'm going to put the 25 where I'm going to place my big bets. The heap has already got a lot of points on it. It's doubled. You know, it's got 50, so I must put 25 on last time. Let's give it a good start. And I've got 2 more cards to go. Boom. I don't have a sports car. I do have a van. I have a SUV. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw away a card. Okay, everything's going to go into the marketplace, and I'm not going to discontinue that sedan. So now, how much you got? 182. These are both 60s. I would use 120 if I matched them. Let's be modestly conservative, but still expect to lose money this first year. And a sedan, of course, I want to defend it. Let's see. So I'm spending 80, 100. Oh, I don't have 100 to spend because I'm pretty sure in this game you go broke if you use all. Oh no, it's adjusted. It's a live number. I forget. I made that change. So this is after the spending. Okay, 82. So yeah, I got money left. Now look at this. Everybody's introducing new products. The industry is growing. We've got 2 sedans, SUV, a van, and a sports car coming out. So we have a lot of products coming on the market. And, oh no, I need to make a more elaborate newspaper, but at least I got a headline out of the Detroit Morning Herald Beacon. Oh no, huge disappointment. The showroom shakeup, it says. People at the office are all looking down in the dumps. And so, look, we got 3 sedans, and they split the market, you see. Here, these cars, they own the market all to themselves, 60, 70 million each. But here it had to be split. Now it grew, it's a bigger market because you got to have more cars on the market. But, whoa, what a disappointment for the Model T. It's kind of sad. But, can the profits from this make up for only selling $17 million worth of your new model? Because they did want to make a big deal. And now it's interesting. There's only one car in development because this is a demo game. If we were in a real game, this would all begin to fill up. And there might be limits on how many can be developed at one time. I don't remember. That was in the board game. I don't remember if I carried it over to this version. Anyway, losing big money on introductions. We're all losing big money on introductions. The best-selling cars, here they are in order with their revenue, total market shares. So here in sedans, GM 47%, I'm number 2, and Ford's last. Dorf, sorry. Still a lot of 100%. Now, obviously, as the game goes on, that showroom board fills up. And you can add, if you got a strong pickup truck line, you could add a second pickup, or I could go after the lush profits they might be making, and you can hold up to 5 cars. If a 6th one comes on, it's got enough points, it'll bump somebody off the list. If it doesn't, it won't make the list. Close that little window. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to flip through, not make any new cars, introduce whatever's in the workshops in the development phase. Oh, it's a down year too. Because I want to see, do those older cars become profitable? Finish creation. I'm going to do this as fast as I can. It's a shame to... here, I'm using them. Okay, so luck of the draw, because there's luck in business. Chevy was off to a good start. Let's keep it there. Well, no. Because we get the double bonus. We don't have a pickup truck. We don't have a pickup truck. Maybe I should start a pickup truck next time if I keep those in my hand. And we don't have a van. We don't have a van. And I can use 3 more cards. Well, let's see. I'm going to launch it. What the heck? Give a little more money to Chevy. I got the only sports car in the market. Leave it at that. I've used 3 or 4, but see, I can't apply any of these. Let's see what the game does. Let's proceed, which is what it should do. Ditch something. I don't have any threes. I got a five. A five inning is always better to have than a five pickup truck. I'm gonna move this into production. And now, how much I'm going to spend on marketing it? I got 133 to spend. I'm going to spend 40. So see, that's down to 93 there. And I want to maintain the lead, but it's got a pretty good lead. And here it owns the market. I don't put any money in it. Now another sports car comes along and I don't see it coming. I could be in rough shape. We're just gonna let this continue on. What do we got? Got a pickup truck carts. We got any? Five sedan doesn't mean much. I don't have anything in development. Let's keep the pickup. No, the Model T needs a lot of help. Model T was very disappointing opening. Very disappointing opening. I still got another car to go. All right, 5 inch. I might as well use this now because my choices of 5 inch or 5 sedan. The 5 inch is better held on to and used later. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discard. Marketing, no new models. I got 125. I'm going to have to goose this. 35. I may be spending way too much money and these companies never make money. We will find out, won't we? I'm pretty confident she's pretty strong. Just 5. Okay, then me. No new cars. 3 cars on the market. 2. What have I got that's good? I don't make a sports car. I make an SUV. Uh-oh. Don't take it off the board. Let's see, I've used 2 of 4. I got 2 more to go. Can't use those. I could use this. I got any 10s? Oh, let's keep that sedan strong. And I got 1 more card to go. It's all a bunch of 5s. See, I got 100 points here and all this marketing. Let's give it to Heap. The Heap. Let's return 4-4. Draw. Discard. Keep the models in production. Any marketing money? No. 33. These are new. I'm going to get more conservative in my marketing spending. I know this is a competitive business. Droff and GM are both in it. Come on. Those others are newer. These are $68. We'll see. Okay, yeah. So the only new model introduction, GM brought out their Buick. Everything else has been on the market. Whoa! The Model T paid off. Paid off. Leapt to the top. See it? 206 points against 190 against 179. So this is a competitive battle. This is the real thing. This is the way the real industry works when it's working right. We only have one other competition, and there my Heap is beating Giant Motors. So we're all very proud of Hoover. We're in a good mood now. We lead in vans. We lead in SUVs. We're a competitive number 2 in this big sedan market. And we aren't in the other 2 markets. And then we go here. Okay, good. See, the losses are coming down. GM, they've spent a whole lot of money developing, and they kind of came along maybe later. But anyway, because here, Droff's down to $2 loss, and we're down to 14.9 because because the losses were much bigger last time. Um, and this game, I don't, maybe doesn't keep a complete company history where I can look at all my past P&Ls. That's a feature I need to add. And see the growth and chart it. Yeah, those are features I added some of the other games later. But anyway, you see they keep their colors, green, blue, and you can always follow it that way. And obviously that's just the start of the game, but you can see how it really, hey, there's only 5 types you can create. And there's only so many development cards that get out there, and there's only so much money to spend. And once you start making more money, because if Drop has gone from that big loss last time to a $2 loss this time, I'm pretty sure they're going to be making money next time, and then they'll begin to pile up that cash. And right now we're all pretty close, 118, 123, and 101. So the game is competitive. Hoover is competitive, and that's really all you want out of life. What more could you want out of life but to be in a fun industry, making cool products, and you know, well, oh, the Chevrolet, man, that's awful sales, isn't it? It can be fun to really study the numbers, or you can just pretty much ignore the numbers and look at what colors are on the top row and just go for it. But that's your look at Detroit. Um, I am going to save the game. And it worked. And here it has a load game button, so you could pick up a game you're already playing. I need to add a button. It just says save and end the game. There's a new game button. That one's saved. If I go to new game, save progress will be lost. Okay, new game. But a lot of my games seem to lack an exit button. I think my better ones have that now. But anyway, there's your exit button. And that's the story on version 1, V1 of Detroit, a Hoover game.